Gamers everywhere, we're ranking the most popular games right now in 2025, featuring both classic games and new games. This list of the most played games right now has first-person shooters, multiplayer battle royales, MOBAs, fighting games, RPGs, and collectible card video games. Online multiplayer shooters like CS:GO, Fortnite, and PUBG are currently dominating the gaming world thanks to professional gamers, esports tournaments, Twitch streamers, and YouTube gaming channels. Others have spawned sequels that outplay and outperform their original games. Some games that have been released years ago are still popular today, like League of Legends, Minecraft, World of Warcraft, and Dota 2. Other good games trending now include Fall Guys, Among Us, Overwatch, and Rocket League. Let's get into the video. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is a 2011 first-person shooter political war thriller video game developed by Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games with development assistance from Raven Software and published by Activision. It is the third installment in the Modern Warfare saga, a direct sequel to 2009's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and the eighth Call of Duty installment. It is one of the big hits for Call of Duty franchise PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG, lands aspiring virtual survivors onto an island, igniting a thrilling last man standing combat. Its popularity spread like wildfire, registering over 70 million copies sold. PUBG not only stirred the gaming community, but also revolutionized the battle royale genre, spawning a slew of copycats. Fasten your seatbelt as Forza Horizon 5 throttles up the arcade racing genre with its vibrant Mexican landscapes and a stunning car roster. The open-world racing journey keeps players hooked with dynamic weather and event-filled gameplay. Its grand success puts the pedal to the metal, making it one of the highest-grossing racing games. It has left skid marks on the racing genre, raising the bar for visual prowess and gameplay diversity. Kratos' return in God of War sets a Norse mythological stage for jaw-dropping combat and a poignant father-son narrative. Its acclaim is widespread, making it one of the best-selling PlayStation 4 games. This game has managed to redefine the hack-and-slash genre, repositioning it as more than just mindless button-mashing. Pokemon Go shook the world when brought the beloved animated creatures into the real world through the magic of augmented reality in 2016. The gameplay banks on players venturing across town to capture these creatures and participate in epic gym battles. It generated an extraordinary social gaming experience that got players off their couches and out into the wild, prompting record-breaking downloads and a dramatic shift in the gaming landscape. In Luigi's Mansion 3, our green-hatted hero trades racetracks for haunted hotels, setting a spectacular stage for puzzle-solving and ghost-busting action. The game is a blockbuster success, making Luigi's solo adventures a fan-favorite mainstay. Its standout gameplay mechanics infuse a breath of fresh air into the Mario franchise, adding layers to its far-reaching impact. Pokemon Sword and Shield invite players to the Galar region, rejuvenating the classic Pokemon formula with a slew of new features. Ranking among the best-selling Switch titles, the games continue to ride the wave of Pokemon fandom. They have extended the franchise's legacy, striking a fine balance between nostalgia and innovation. Cuphead is an indie gem with a touching backdrop of two brothers who gambled with the devil and lost. This high-octane, action-packed shooter game features a beautiful throwback to the animation style of the 1930s that's as charming as it is challenging. It enjoyed insane popularity upon its release, throwing gamers into a frenzy with its tough-as-nails boss battles and heart-pumping gameplay. Cuphead certainly left its mark on the industry, spawning numerous fan arts, references, and cosplay, retroactively labeling it a cultural phenomenon. Valorant is a first-person shooter that packs a punch with a blend of strategic 5v5 team play and unique character abilities. With over 14 million players logging in each month, the game has got everyone in its crosshairs. Valorant's surge in popularity is reshaping the competitive FPS landscape, challenging old guards and attracting investment in esports. In its own quirky twist on shooter games, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 pits foliage against the undead in a hilarious, action-packed battle. The playground-like gameplay garnered a large, loyal fan base across ages. With its unconventional approach, it gave the blasting genre a fun, family-friendly face and prompted other developers to let their hair down. Minecraft Dungeons is Mojang's daring foray into dungeon crawler games, repurposing Minecraft's familiar tropes in a loot-filled action-adventure. The game's popularity is a testament to its family-friendly appeal. It reinvents the wheel for dungeon crawlers and pushes other developers to think outside the box. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order flares up the saber with Cal Kestis's engaging post-Order 66 narrative. The gameplay is a force to be reckoned with, adding wall running and saber battles to the mix. The game's triumph in sales and reviews has breathed new life into the Star Wars video game franchise, setting a gleaming path for future Star Wars titles. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim is an epic journey set in an expansive high fantasy world brimming with dragons, cryptic magical artifacts, and tumultuous politics. The open-world RPG gameplay allows gamers to carve their narrative while battling menacing creatures. Its popularity is evident in the multiple awards and constantly growing fanbase it accumulated over the years. Skyrim set a high achievement by raising the bar for RPGs with its rich lore, world-building, and gameplay flex. Mortal Kombat 11 is the apex of gruesome, punchy, and visceral fighting games. Stories rooted in interdimensional conflicts and character-oriented narratives keep players on their toes. Combining classic characters, novel battle mechanics, and jaw-dropping fatalities, Mortal Kombat 11 ramped up the popularity meter and revisited the controversy over game violence. This game carried the torch forward, impacting video game censorship discussions. Totally Accurate Battle Simulator takes a swat at the strategy genre, offering a hilariously chaotic take on historical battles using physics-based simulation. Laughs aside, it's garnered solid popularity in the gaming community. The game's fusion of humor and tactical gameplay has rekindled interest in simulators, setting a foothold for offbeat entries. With its story picking up where Halo 5 left off, Halo Infinite flashes a sweeping saga of Master Chief's latest exploits. Dazzling with revamped gameplay mechanics and polished multiplayer, it doesn't fail to deliver the sci-fi charm Halo is renowned for. Having seen enormous early popularity, this edition upholds the franchise's reputation and reasserts its impact on the development of first-person shooters. Crafted by Marcus Persson, Minecraft is an open-world, sandbox-style action-adventure video game that allows you to build and destroy to your heart's content. Its enthralling story mode stars Jesse and his/her mates as they journey to vanquish the Witherstorm. The true hook of the game lies in its survival and creative modes, offering endless exploration and creativity possibilities. A pop culture phenomenon that spread like wildfire, this block-based builder has impacted the industry and encouraged numerous imitations. Super Mario Odyssey sent players in a tizzy as they explored mesmerizing kingdoms with good old Mario and his magical Cappy. The game injects fresh spark into platform gaming with innovative mechanics and puzzles. It became a runaway hit, topping bestseller charts with over 20 million copies sold. Its joyous gameplay gave hope to beleaguered platformer fans and redefined the genre's future prospects. A serene getaway in your pocket, New Horizons lets players escape to a deserted island where they can craft their perfect sanctuary from scratch. Quirky animal villagers, complete freedom of customization, and the relaxing gameplay loop make it easy for fans to get stuck in. Its runaway success during the COVID-19 pandemic proved is not just a game, but also a comforting haven for millions. With over a dozen years under its belt, League of Legends still reigns as one of the most popular multiplayer online battle arena games. Though grounded in a unique universe, it continually adapts and enhances its gameplay to keep players on their toes. The popularity of League of Legends is second to none, boasting multi-million player counts. Its competitive scene has glamorized esports, making it a mainstream spectacle resonating with hobbyists and pro gamers alike. Counter-Strike Global Offensive rewrote rules of multiplayer FPS games with its raw, competitive, and strategic gameplay, breathing life into age-old terrorism versus counter-terrorism storyline. It weaved individual skill and team coordination into a unique gaming fabric. Garnering a devoted esports community, it tops popularity charts even almost a decade after its release. The game substantially fueled the rise of competitive esports and legitimized it as mainstream entertainment. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is an action-adventure game developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Released in October 2023 exclusively for the PlayStation 5, it is a direct sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man 2018 and Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales 2020. The game continues the story of Peter Parker and Miles Morales as they face new challenges and threats in New York City. In Marvel's Spider-Man 2, players can switch between Peter and Miles, each with unique abilities and combat styles. The game introduces new villains, including Kraven the Hunter and Venom, while expanding the open-world environment with more detailed and interactive elements. Apex Legends, a high-octane, free-to-play battle royale game, mixes things up with a unique set of character abilities and fast-paced action. The gameplay stands tall, boasting a heart-pounding multiplayer experience. It rocketed to stardom with over 100 million players in just 2 years. Its success was a shot in the arm for developer Respawn Entertainment, encouraging more diverse entries in the battle royale genre. Survival Evolved is a survival adventure game revolving around the thrilling tale of humans fending themselves off in a world filled with dinosaurs. With its crafting gameplay and taming beasts for riding, it offers an immersive prehistorical trek. It enjoys a stellar reputation among survival enthusiasts, redefining the genre and leaving a significant footprint on multiplayer survival games. It's a knockdown drag-out fight with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This fighting game features an epic crossover event with the largest roster of video game characters ever assembled for a titanic showdown. Each player aims to knock their opponents off the stage, really packing a punch in multiplayer format. Massively popular within the esports circuit, its impact is evident in its continued relevance, years after release. Rolling up its sleeves in the battle royale genre, Fortnite has been a game-changer in multiplayer gaming. Players parachute into an ever-shrinking combat zone, gathering weapons and resources to become the last person or team standing. Its cartoonish graphics, coupled with engrossing building mechanics, has made it a cultural phenomenon, with players calling it a breath of fresh air. This is one hell of a Western epic. In the era of outlaws and gunslingers, this game vividly depicts the twilight years of the Wild West, rode hard and put up wet with jaw-dropping visuals and a storyline that centers around Arthur Morgan, a seasoned outlaw grappling with his past and uncertain future. Its gripping narrative, paired with immensely detailed dynamics, has made Red Dead Redemption 2 a top dog in the gaming world, earning accolades from fans and critics alike. Stepping out of line has never been more entertaining than in Grand Theft Auto 5. With a notorious reputation for its adult content, GTA 5 puts you in the shoes of three distinctive criminals navigating the gritty, Los Angeles-inspired city Los Santos. Solidifying the franchise's powerhouse status, the narrative's biting social commentary and vast open-world gameplay impressively struck a chord with audiences globally. Spider-Man swings into action in this adrenaline-pumping action-adventure game. Players control Peter Parker in his web-slinging escapades as he fights to keep New York safe from various villains. Despite its relatively linear narrative, the game has soared in popularity for its smooth gameplay and enchanting story. Its successful blend of comic book storytelling and video gaming has elevated superhero games to new heights. Black Ops 4 pushes the envelope on the first-person shooter genre. Though it ditches the traditional campaign mode, its strong multiplayer options, including the new Battle Royale mode, have kept fans hooked. Its fast-paced, action-packed warfare gameplay has kept its popularity steady, contributing significantly to maintaining the Call of Duty franchise's relevance. Roblox is a virtual sandbox that lets players create and play custom-made games and experiences. Its democratic setup, where anyone can create content, has hit a nerve with millions worldwide, especially younger gamers, making the game a formidable force in the industry. Elden Ring is a saga of power and decay, set against a morally complex and poignantly beautiful world. Its innovative combat mechanics and relentless difficulty have made it one of the most anticipated games of the year. Its stark yet stunning world design and narrative depth have also raised the bar for what players expect from action RPGs. The buzz around its release reverberated through the gaming community, making it more than just a game, it's a cultural phenomenon. Among Us is the big cheese in the social deduction game scene. You and your crewmates need to prepare your spaceship for departure, but beware, as imposters are in your midst. One or more players are working silently to sabotage and kill the crew. Its simplicity of gameplay and the infusion of strategy has thrust it into the spotlight, rejuvenating party-style multiplayer games. This game put the pedal to the metal with a unique fusion of vehicular action and football. Rocket League's high-octane matches require players to use rocket-powered cars to knock a ball into the opponent's goal. Its inclusion in esports tournaments has amplified its standing, creating an all-new subgenre of sports games marked by its pulse-pounding gameplay. This tactical shooter is anything but run-of-the-mill. Players must work together as part of a counter-terrorist unit, each with unique skills, to defeat the opposition. Its high-stakes tactical gameplay has seized a strong following, revitalizing the popularity of team-based tactical shooters. This chaotic and colorful game takes elements of Battle Royale and mixes it with a game show aesthetic, creating a heart-thumping race against the odds. Fall Guys quickly achieved massive popularity for its whimsical style and intense multiplayer face-offs, redefining the brutal aspects of Battle Royale games into chummy entertainment. Miles Morales, the sequel to the 2018 Spider-Man game. Players take control of new web-slinger Miles Morales as he takes up the mantle in this exhilarating adventure. Dialing up the heat with diverse powers and a fresh narrative, its riveting storyline and smooth gameplay have webbed up its spot in pop culture, continuing to enhance the impressive reputation of superhero games. Blizzard's team-based shooter Overwatch is a premium blend of diverse characters and fast-paced action. With each player picking from a roster of heroes, each having unique abilities, matches evolve into intricate dances of strategy and skill. Its massive following, thanks in part to its esports scene, underscores its impact on the tactical shooter genre. Overturning the apple cart in the world of action-adventure games, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sets a benchmark with its scintillating gameplay and captivating storyline. The game splashes a fresh lease of life into Link's adventures in Hyrule, serving a thrilling, non-linear exploration experience. It blew its popularity gasket with over 23 million copies sold worldwide. This game not only cemented Nintendo's Switch console in the gaming landscape, but also left a deep impact on future open-world game design. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a sprawling exploration into the golden age of Greece amidst the Peloponnesian War. It tossed aside old gameplay mechanics for a role-playing approach, turning heads with heart-wrenching choices and thrilling stealth combat. Rapidly gathering a strong following, this installment has not only expanded the franchise's fan base, but has also touched upon history-based gaming narratives. Have you ever wondered what life is like as a cat? Stray lets you experience this in a cybernetic cityscape while a compelling, poignant story unfolds, unraveling the truth. It's truly a breath of fresh air in terms of gameplay, ditching traditional humanoid characters for limber feline. Social media buzzed with anticipation for this title, showing that gamers always have room for innovative ideas. Its symbolic representation of solitude and resilience struck a chord, making it a modern, emotional tour de force. Splatoon 2 is a bright, engaging tale of animated characters fighting ink battles in a color-soaked world. Its fast-paced, inky shooter gameplay and innovative multiplayer modes had players clamoring for more. It surged in popularity among both casual and competitive scenes, adding a Technicolor touch to the otherwise grim world of shooting games. Human. Fall Flat is a zany, physics-based puzzle game that pitches a wobbly human avatar into dreamlike environments. Its charm lies in its chaotic gameplay that's packed with belly laughs and aha moments in equal measure. Following its release, it quickly catapulted into the limelight for its slapstick humor and addictive multiplayer mode, becoming a favorite among streamers. The impact on cooperative online gaming cannot be understated. RPG and sequel to The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3 follows Witcher Geralt of Rivia as he seeks out his former lover and his young subject while intermingling with the political workings of the war-torn northern kingdoms. Geralt has to fight monsters and deal with people of all sorts in order to solve complex problems and settle contentious disputes, each ranging from the personal to the world-changing. Pokemon Legends Arceus unearths the history of the Sinnoh region, a first in the Pokemon world. You already guessed it, the gameplay involves capturing them all and unraveling the mystery surrounding the enigmatic Arceus. Launched with an insane amount of hype, it dominated the gaming world, etching a milestone in the illustrious legacy of the Pokemon franchise. Its unique open-world style gameplay was a game changer, setting a new standard for what fans expect from